This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The walls are closing in from both sides of the aisle on the Senate border security bill as growing numbers of Republicans and Democrats say they can't stomach the policy changes. Ramsey Touchberry and Stephen Dinan report a group of conservative GOP senators and some key liberal Democrats announced they would oppose the bill in Wednesday's first test vote because of the border security provisions. Party leaders have pleaded with lawmakers to give the bipartisan deal a chance. They say it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity to fix years of problems at the southern border and a $118 billion national security package that also includes aid for Ukraine and Israel. At least 20 Republicans are already on record as opposed to the bill, and others are expected to follow. The bill would expand the government's deportation force, speed up asylum hearings, and give President Biden new powers to block illegal crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border. Those authorities wouldn't kick in until the number of crossings averages more than 4,000 migrants per day. Lead GOP negotiator Senator Jim Lankford said the proposal provides $650 million to build and reinforce miles and miles of new border wall, but language in the border deal would also push the deadline to spend currently unused wall money until late 2028. Britain's King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer and has begun treatment. Buckingham Palace announced the news but didn't disclose what form of cancer the king has. They did say it's not related to his recent treatment for a benign prostate condition. Less than 18 months into his reign, the 75-year-old monarch will suspend public engagements but will continue with state business and won't be handing over his constitutional roles as head of state. The palace added the king has chosen to share his diagnosis in the hope that it may assist public understanding for all those around the world who are affected by cancer. Members of Congress are pressing the Environmental Protection Agency over its renewed support for animal testing, saying the government must find more humane ways to practice science. Stephen Dinan reports the agency was set to severely curb animal testing by 2025 and eliminate it a decade later. But a bipartisan group is now demanding to find out why those plans were canceled. The EPA runs its own testing labs, and companies seeking approval for chemicals perform testing and then submit results to the agency. In 2019, Science.org reported that 20,000 to 100,000 animals were used annually for the studies. According to emails released by the House Judiciary Committee, White House officials spent a week berating Amazon in March 2021 over books related to vaccine misinformation. Susan Ferricchio reports the pressure campaign was overseen by Andy Slavitt, who is President Biden's senior advisor on the administration's COVID-19 task force. In one email, an Amazon official said the company was feeling pressure from the White House task force on reducing the visibility of books that questioned the vaccine. Committee Chairman Jim Jordan said the panel and its subcommittee investigating the weaponization of government will look into the matter. And finally, Japan revealed that its foreign ministry has been the target of what it said was a Chinese cyber attack. Andrew Salmon reports the suspected breach occurred in 2020 under the government of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. The top spokesperson for the government of Prime Minister Fumio Kishida addressed the issue on Monday, telling reporters the government had not confirmed that secret information was accessed through the cyber attacks. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.